You guys remember when you were a kid and you always used to think, man, I really want to fly, or maybe I wish I could walk through walls, or I wish I could find the answer to why people find Lele Pons funny.
Latina.
I mean, let's be real. Everyone on the planet would really like to have some sort of superpower, but there is a superpower that you probably haven't thought of, something that you probably didn't even know that you wanted. Something better than flying or super speed or pizza time. And I am, of course, talking of the power of food. More specifically, having the power to shit food out of your hands. Sounds stupid, right? You're wrong. I mean, just think of all the friends you would have because your bros would come over and be like, hey man, I'm really hungry. I'd be like, here, have some bread. You know, maybe your crush is coming over and she's over here just like, you know, I would really just like something to eat right now. Here, have some ham. Why not? Or maybe you're like me and a YouTuber and you can't afford food because every video you upload gets demonetized and this one's probably going to get copyright claimed and you're going to fall into a deep depression. Here, have some bread. But there is an actual boy, nay, a man who has the power of food. And I'm, of course, speaking of The Adventures of Food Boy. No, it's not a joke. It's a serious movie starring Ryan from High School Musical. I'm sure you remember him from Bop Bop to the Top. And the funny thing is, this movie actually took place 2 years after High School Musical. So, I mean, High School Musical probably didn't do great for you, bud. I'm sorry. However, I admit Lucas was the only one out of the bunch who knew how to act. I think one of his friends was okay, but he was the only one. Everyone else is completely oblivious to acting. It was pretty bad. This film looks like it was done for a high school project, and I don't know if it actually was, but this used to be, or initially was, a short film that they ended up turning into a full-length film. I don't know who saw the short film and was like, you know what? Kid shooting food out of his hands? That sounds like a sick movie idea. So the main question here is, what does he use his powers for? Fighting crime? Or maybe solving world hunger? I mean, he could shoot food out of his hands. It would help a lot. Or maybe, you know what, he opens up a restaurant. Maybe he has like a business or something like that. Well, I hate to disappoint all of you, but it's none of those. He actually uses his powers to attempt to become president of a high school. You confused? So am I. The movie starts out with your typical high school kid, Ezra, being late for school while an early 2000s pop punk song starts playing. And funny enough, the song that's in here is by a band called Every Avenue, which I used to listen to as a kid. But the song is copyrighted, so I'm going to make a quick little rendition of what the song sounded like. I'm a high school kid, and I'm late for school. I better brush my teeth, and then I'll eat my food, and then I'm late for school. I better hurry up, 'cause I'm late for school. I better hurry up.
Sorry, Mr. Lund.
Oh, no, I understand. It's not like this class starts at the same time every day.
I'm really sorry.
Then we get introduced to the Chad of the school, the bully, who carries around a football 24/7, who proceeds to openly bully him by knocking down his bottle without the lid on. I mean, seriously. Why did you walk into class with your lid taken off? That's basically your fault at that point. Why does the bully look like he's 40 years old? Like, the man has wrinkles, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand why they casted this guy to be a high schooler. Anyway, quick little pop-punk transition to the nerds' lunch table, where we're introduced to a weird quote-unquote skill that is going to be a common occurrence during the movie, where basically all Ezra does is just mix up a bunch of gross food and eat it for like a couple bucks. You know, like when you were a little kid, you used to dare your friend to eat a worm for $5, and then there's that occasional weird guy that ends up eating it. Well, instead of being the weird guy for eating it, Ezra actually becomes the popular kid for eating it. Look, the bully nudged the nerd and he fell down.
Someone's got to stand up to Garrett.
Foreshadowing. So Ezra then explains his reasoning for wanting to be president of the high school, and I know what you're thinking. He just wants to stand up to Garrett, you know, just to stick it to the bully and tell him what's up. But no, he actually wants to do it just so he can have it on record to go to a good college. I'm sure you can tell now, and you're going to see in the future, that the conflict of the movie. The issue that's happening in this movie kind of just bounces around everywhere, and you never really know what the goal is, what he's trying to do. It's weird.
Please don't start this again, because I can't take it anymore.
Now we get introduced to the nerd slash popular girl, because for some reason she hangs out with nerds, but she's best friends with the quote-unquote hottest girl in school.
Actually, she is the best looking girl in our class.
Who turns love interest and has single-handedly taken the place for the worst actor in this movie. And I'm sorry, Brittany Curran, I've looked at your IMDb page. It definitely looks like you've gotten better, you've been in new shows, but let me tell you, you are by far the worst actor in this movie.
Gentlemen, lady, I now announce my candidacy to run against Garrett for junior class president. So, can I count on your votes?
Yeah, I know we're close friends, but fuck you. We won't support you at all. I know we're your parents and we're supposed to love and support you, but fuck you, kid.
I was thinking last night about my grandma and her long, boring, pathetic life.
Hey, whoa, what the hell? Why do you have to just go up and straight burn his grandma for no reason? So then Ezra awkwardly announces that he's running for president by standing up in the middle of the class while the teacher was gone. And let me tell you, this is where the good stuff starts happening, because you want to know his whole campaign idea, his whole way of getting people to like him, to vote for him. Eat food. All it food. And no, it does not have to do with his food boy powers yet. It has to do with his powers of eating gross things, because I know that every kid in the world loves the person who eats gross things. Am I right? Like drinking a gallon of milk in under 5 minutes and then proceeding to throw up on the floor, making himself look like an idiot. Or putting stuff in a blender, mixing it up, and then drinking it.
Yes!
Wow, that guy just drank some blended up fish. He's so fucking cool. And now we get a little bit of a peek of the extremely forced, awkward, quote-unquote love interest that we have going on.
So you seem like you've recovered from lunch today.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be drinking milk for a while.
Yeah, it's a little dramatic when it starts to pour out of your nose like that.
Yeah, I can still smell it.
Yeah. You know, people like you because of who you are, not because you have some title.
It'd be really nice to have a girl's perspective.
Well, Justine is running, and we go back a long ways, and
No worries. It's all good. You sure you don't need a ride?
I need to run.
Oh, Daddy, the sexual frustration, the tension. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment of him starting to get his powers. It's very confusing, and I don't understand why they did it this way.
Shelby, is it true that if your hands smell like peanut butter, you're gonna die of cancer?
Do you think I'm 7 or something? I'm not falling for that.
I'm serious. My hand smells like peanut butter. You've got peanut butter all over your face.
I mean, I know I just witnessed peanut butter magically appear on your face, but I'm just going to react like nothing weird happened. Also, I'm not going to ask about it after class. Hell, I won't even ever bring it up ever again. I'm quirky. You'll see this as a common trend in this movie where literally no one asks. Like, no one even mentions. The man literally just has a ball of peanut butter on his hand and all over his face, and she's not even gonna ask. She's not even gonna be, she just goes, hey, there's peanut butter on your face, by the way. You're not gonna be like, hey, where did that come from? Why is it on your face? What are you doing? No, never gonna bring it up.
Hey, don't jinx me.
Have you seen Justine's posters? Is she running for secretary now?
Someone convinced her to run for a class secretary instead. I think she's got a great chance to win that.
Wonder who did that.
Who could have done that? Who could have talked her out of it? It's almost like your friend told you a few scenes ago. Your friend literally told you what she was doing a few scenes ago. Did you just forget? What?
Let's be realistic, you need a boost. That's why I've launched Plan S2J.
S2J. What does that mean?
Shelby, talk to Justin.
I've been telling you should run for secretary. And you know you'll win that. So will you? Let me think about it.
You're stupid!
Hey, Ezra, do you have any food left?
No, sorry, I don't.
Seriously, anything. I'm starving.
What? I thought that I... That's so weird.
Oh, can I please have that?
Yeah, sure.
Woman! The bag is empty! You literally saw him flatten the bag out and then appear a fruit, a full fruit. He's flattening the bag. You're not going to ask. Just some normal shit around here. Spawning oranges.
On each court of the school, do a soda fountain with real soda. Yeah, orange soda, root beer, lemon lime, whatever you want. That's how good of a sophomore president I need your votes. If that's freaking naysayers,
People might get freaked out watching you smell your hands like that.
There is ham falling out of his hands in front of you. Literally, they're watching him do it. And they're just normal ass shit around here, man. Just, hey, it's that 35-year-old man with a football posing as a high schooler again.
My opponent does not lead by that example. Sometimes these decisions are hard to make.
Yay, he threw meat at him and ran away. He's so cool. What kind of people go to this school? If I knew that just throwing ham at people would make me look cool, I would have been the coolest kid. All right? I'd have been cool, damn it. No one would have bullied me. And then Ezra runs to the bathroom, leaving a trail of ham that, once again, no one's going to talk about. And then proceeds to annihilate a bathroom. I'm talking full-on annihilate. Loads of bread, loads of meat, loads of mustard. Literally, there's no physical possible way he could have done that by himself in a bathroom. Yet, once again, no one mentions it. No one even asks him, hey, bro, where'd you get all that food? But anyway, he runs home crying. His grandma walks up and says, oh, hey, I also have really bad special effects in my hands. And then his grandma proceeds to go into an insanely long explanation of their powers. I'm talking like looking up a wiki of some superhero's power and then reading the entire document. Like, she goes into the history of it. She explains that each person who has this power has to come up with some sort of breakthrough of food. And she explains that you can overuse your power, that you have to practice your power, that you have to keep working at it to get better at your power. And still, after all of that explanation, there is still so much that just doesn't make sense.
I wish we'd have let loose that mustard on Garrett. That would have been so sweet.
Thanks. You still have my vote.
Yeah, I wrote your name on the ballot.
So now the kids that previously bullied him and made fun of him are now voting for him because he threw food all over a bathroom. Bro, wait, you were the one that threw the bread and meat and mustard all over the bathroom? Bro, you got my vote. So after the whole debacle with the bathroom, they give Ezra the role of VP instead of presidency, which again makes me question the actual goal here.
So we're offering you a way to settle the entire thing.
Everyone, our junior class vice president.
Very funny.
I still can't believe they made you vice president.
What do you mean you still can't believe? You just found out. Like, the movie's only halfway over, people. Like, what's gonna be the conflict of having the food problem when you're at school, when you're not doing anything anymore? Or maybe even it's just done with the school thing and then he does something great with food. Like he uses his powers for something. Nope. Still doesn't happen. The conflict's weird. It doesn't make any sense. So for Ezra's first decree of being vice president, he decides for a pep rally, a football pep rally, to do a magic trick.
Hey, why don't I do a magic trick? It'll really get the crowd going. Fine. Wait, you can't be serious.
No, that'll be fun. Something different.
This meeting's over.
Definitely one of the coolest things that all high school kids enjoy is magic tricks, especially when it has to do with food.
Eventually, you'll read that the more people you tell, the worse the food tastes. But he started talking about the gift. All of Uruguay knew. Well, the more people he told, the less flavor there was in his soup.
You ever heard of seasoning, Graham? You ever heard of salt and pepper? Like, she tells a story about how a brilliant chef told a bunch of people that he has powers, and then his food started losing flavor. She just said it started losing flavor. That's it. Add some spice. Like, you don't have to poop. Like if you're a chef, poop out just the broth, or poop out just whatever, like the ingredients. Or hell, I'll tell you what, go buy ingredients. Like, just make, like, say your poop out of your hands doesn't taste good anymore. Then just go buy food. You're a chef, and season it. Like, this doesn't make any logical sense. Like, this doesn't matter. It's stupid. So now he's back reading to the kids again, and once again they all mention how much he sucks.
You read bad.
Let's let him finish the story.
But now Ezra has food squirts, so now they love him. Here, have a strawberry, you little shit.
Hey, you want to go for a run with me?
Now? Dressed like this?
Yeah. I need to keep up my training, and I'm tired of running all alone.
He's gonna go on a run, even though he's in jeans. This is romantic. This is beautiful. That shows how much he cares. Going on a run in jeans. What? Just come up with something else. Like, I don't. No person on the planet would go on a run in jeans and a sweatshirt. Didn't matter if it was your crush or what. Honestly, no girl would ask you to do that. This is weird.
Oh, that reminds me.
Wait, where did you get this?
Yo, bitch, I just pulled that out of my ass.
You smell really bad.
Excuse me, bitch. You just made me run a couple miles in a full-on sweatshirt and jeans, and you're complaining that I smell like shit? I literally just shit out 2 oranges for your ass after I just ran 2 miles. Where did they come from? For all you know, they came from my asshole.
No, not really. But I still like you anyway.
Wait a dang second. Did she just say that she likes me?
Okay, I gotta get home.
I've never seen a more forced, awkward scene in my life. Like, I know you're supposed to be quirky. We like each other. It's just so awkward. But it wasn't quirky. It was just painful.
Ezra, you're on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in his encore performance, Ezra!
Okay, so let me get this straight. Everyone hates him now? Wasn't he a write-in for vice president? Like, he wasn't even on the ballot of the presidency, but they wrote him in. He actually won the presidency because everyone liked him that much. Why is no one cheering? Why does no one... Do they just all of a sudden not like him?
I told you this year was gonna be different than all the other years!
Why are they cheering now? Like, why weren't you cheering when they announced him? Now all of a sudden that he yells, everyone cheers?
What do bulldogs eat? Table scraps!
Oh my god, he shot lunch meat all over me while using extremely bad puns. He's so fucking hot. Oh my god.
Finally! We're gonna throw so much stuff at those bulldogs, they're not gonna even know what hit them!
Oh, he threw spaghetti all over me. He's so cool. I just want to take a second here to just question, how is throwing food all over everyone a magic trick?
Hi. Hey.
That was really cute how you threw table scraps at me at the pep rally, and it was kind of hot. You wanna go to a party with me?
I think your magic's already working.
Well, fellas, there you go. We just found the secret. You like a girl, but she doesn't notice you? Throw some spaghetti at her. Works every time. I mean, look, there's multiple women multiple women, and I'm saying women because they look like they're almost 30, going over to him. They like him now. But then the awkward love interest sees that Ezra's with some girl, so that she gets mad and then starts banging his friend, and it's a high school. Also, isn't that supposed to be her friend? Like at the beginning of the movie, she mentioned that they were childhood friends. And also, she drops out of the candidacy for her so she can get with him. Why all of a sudden is she screwing her over? Also, why is Shelby not confronting her? Why is this not mentioned? She doesn't even go at her. She doesn't even speak about it. This is a whole other layer of stuff the movie could have delved into, but nope. This whole party was just like they took every generic high school movie and took out all the stereotypes and just threw them down as bullet points. And they took out every ounce of originality or thought. Nerd verse jock? Check. Love interest with friend? Check. Food shoots out of main character's hands. No, that's not one of them. So to make matters worse for Ezra was planning on becoming the golf captain, but Dylan ends up getting the captain for the golf team.
Dylan Roberts. Congratulations, Dylan. Hooah!
But then Ezra throws food at him because he's angry because he wanted to be captain.
This kind of crap might be funny in an assembly, but I don't think it's very funny here.
And then there proceeds to be a divide in their friendship because, let's be real, throwing ham at your friend is basically the equivalent of kissing his girlfriend. And then Ezra proceeds to go train his food hands with the television chef, and the television chef said that he used to have the food power, but on the 59th day, if you do not use your powers, it'll go away. But Ezra wanted to get rid of his power because, you know, sad teenager, I don't want to deal with this, too much responsibility, but TV chef made oatmeal.
Oh my goodness. This is really good.
Yeah. A bowl of oatmeal changed his mind.
If you decide to keep it, I think you'll be surprised at how often you can use your gift.
Make it sound like I'm gonna be a superhero.
Well, not all superheroes fight crime.
Not all superheroes fight crime. Yeah, some heroes shoot food out of their hands to get president of high school. I don't understand why they keep pushing this to be like a superhero film. I don't get it.
A D+? I've never even gotten a C before. Ever.
Well, I can't read a test with food smeared all over it.
You obviously can read every single word. There is only one word covered, and even that word that's covered, you could see. I would like to speak to the principal, sir. Because you cannot give a D- because of a food stain. It's just so annoying because I get what they're trying to do. You know, oh, this food power is really getting in the way of my high school life. But that is just dumb. Why didn't you just make them, like, destroy the paper or something? Or, like poop out a gravy and just destroy the whole thing. You just gave it a little smear. So now, for absolutely no reason, Dylan starts to hang out with the 40-year-old bully. Now it's time for a random talent show. Seriously, I don't understand why they put this in. Like, it was so forced. There was no build-up. There was no preemptive thing. It was just, hey, by the way, talent show. So he does this whole shtick of pulling food out of his hat. I don't understand the point of the blender because it would have been so much cooler and an actual magic trick if he just pulled it out of thin air.
You don't look so good. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's do one more.
Why is he worn out? He's made two things. We've seen him shoot out hundreds of thousands of pieces of food, but I guess a cookie and sherbet is just taking it too far. And he didn't do anything beforehand. This is a fresh day. Full brand new day. I don't get it. Why?
How about some watermelon? I love watermelon.
Ooh, what do you think, Ezra?
Easy. Easiest one yet.
Why is everyone laughing? He pulled out watermelon. I mean, I get it, like he didn't pull out a full watermelon, but I'm sorry, if I ask for watermelon and he pulls out like a crust of the watermelon, I would accept it. Why are people laughing? It's not like he pulled out a dog. Then Ezra proceeds to lose complete control of his power because I guess 3 things is just too much for him. And all he does is just squirt water everywhere. In the process, hurting his girl. I guess just a little sprinkle of water on her face is so much pressure that it knocks her on her back for her to hurt her ankle. So now his friend doesn't like him for throwing meat at him, and now his girl doesn't like him because he sprinkled a little bit of water on her and then she hurt her ankle because she's having a cross-country meet tomorrow. But everyone else loves him for throwing food. Logic! Knowledge! High school. So today is the 59th day for Ezra, and it's basically the day for him to decide whether or not he wants to keep his powers or not. Oh great, now my bro's sitting with my bully and my girl's sitting with the popular girls. I really screwed up on this one. I guess popularity isn't all it's cracked up to be.
So how did you do that? I thought about it all last night, and I have no idea how you did those tricks.
It only took the entire movie for one of his friends to mention it. To even ask. No, it wasn't him destroying the bathroom with meat and bread. No, it wasn't him throwing thousands of pieces of spaghetti. No, it was him squirting out a little bit of water. Logic. High school.
Or at least be friends. I know he's scary looking, but could you try to control your bladder this time? He's not that scary.
What?
You know, like at the talent show last night.
You're very funny.
Leave her alone, man.
Dude, back off.
Then there proceeds to be a food fight for some reason because the movie's about food. And then the dumbest things happen. 40-year-old bully awkwardly trips and falls onto the floor and somehow hurts his face. I mean, seriously, the first time I watched this, I didn't even think a second thought about it. I honestly forgot that he fell down. But nope. It was a setup for character development. But then Ezra echoes in his mind what his grandmother said about helping people. So then he spawns the frozen peas and carrots from the beginning of the movie. Remember that? When his grandma did the frozen peas and carrots?
Frozen green beans and carrots.
That was hard to make.
Nerd, you just got hit with character development. And no, I'm not joking. That was the reason he decided to keep his powers. Is so he can give the bully who hit his face on the floor an ice pack. Making frozen peas for a 40-year-old man who should have called Life Alert. That was the climax, ladies and gentlemen. Are you satisfied? Are you happy? And then even more character development. His friend, perfect, amazing reactions, comes out and stops spaghetti being thrown at him. What are we, some kind of food squad? So at the end of the movie, Ezra got his VP taken away, but he learned a valuable lesson. He learned that there is something more powerful than presidency of a high school that won't matter in the next year. He learned about the power of friendship. I'm serious. Oh yeah, and he got the girl too. I honestly forgot about that part. But thank you everyone for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed it. I put a lot of time into this one. But before you go, guys, this video will probably get copyright claimed. So please, if you want to support me on my merch site, thebaconapparel.com, all this merch right here. I got some new designs as well. So please make sure to go check that out. Make sure to check my socials in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I appreciate all the love and support. I will see you in the next one. That didn't go as well as I planned. Bye.